Mic check 1 2 1 2. Testing. 1 1 1.
I think you know the intro.
Yo.
You want to do like the intro, and then we go and start going on some questions.
Peace. What's up? Hope all is good. What is going on? Happy Sunday. Happy Labor Day weekend to you. Yes, you. What's going on? It's your boy Chris. We are live in Sacramento, California. ETM Media, ARCC, American Redress Coalition of California, CJEC, Coalition for a Just and Equitable California, Sac Black Biz. Also, we out here talking to black folks, community folks about reparations and about the California Reparations Task Force. That's what we doing.
All right, so what you got in your hand there,
So I got a couple flyers. So if you can see the first flyer, hold up. Bam. Okay, trying to give you a little bit more visual there. Okay. So this is a flyer that we giving out, small little card, just with some basic information about the California Reparations Task Force. Just 4 things you need to know about the California Reparations Task Force. So the first thing is, 1, there is a California Reparations Task Force. That's the first thing you need to know about the California Reparations Task Force. Second thing is, the task force started its meetings in June of 2021. They actually have their 3rd meeting coming up in September this month, September 23rd and September 24th. The task force has to do 3 things generally. It has to collect evidence, educate the public, and create proposals for reparations. And then finally, the task force has 2 years to complete its work. So that's what we out here sharing with people, just trying to raise awareness, trying to build relationships, trying to build community with our folks, and let people know what's going on and how to get involved. CJECofficial.org. Check us out, because there's a bunch of ways for you to get involved with the California Reparations Task Force work that we're doing. And you can also check out the official website of the California Reparations Task Force as well. As you can see, we out here at the Broadway International Festival. We're kind of behind the festival right now, in front of First Baptist Tabernacle Church. So this is Broadway, Sacramento. Beautiful neighborhood. A lot of great people out here, and we out here just talking to the community.
All right. So you mentioned you have, what's the other flyer?
Oh yeah. Pardon me. I'm only plugging my own stuff. Yeah. All right. So I also have some information here. Actually, a door hanger. It's about the redistricting process that's going on right now here in Sacramento. So right now in the Sacramento area and in California, really also across the country. So probably in a city or a town or a county near you right now, there's something called redistricting going on. Basically, that means just every 10 years or so, your state or your city or wherever you live has to redraw the lines that separate one district from another. And so right now we're out here, 1, letting folks know that that's going on. 2, this is the redistricting year. And 3, how they can get involved. So they can get involved by going to www.redistricting.cityofsacramento.org. So that's www.redistricting.cityofsacramento.org. Get involved in the redistricting process that's going on right now. Get involved in the California Reparations Task Force process that's going on right now. Get involved in your community. Come outside, all right, join and be a part of one of these community events that's going on. There's a lot going on in the Sacramento area right now, so pull up.
All right, so as we all know, tomorrow is Labor Day.
Labor Day.
For some of us. And for some of
Free
us,
Labor Day.
we won't be laboring tomorrow. So do you want to give a little perspective on Labor Day, the history of Labor Day when it comes to people who descend from slavery here in this country?
Yeah, people who labored for 400 plus years or 250 plus years and then were not paid, and then were underpaid or not paid for another 100 plus years, and whose children we are. So yeah, I want to say a couple things about Labor Day. First of all, I do want to give a shout out to the amazing black business owners and black folks here in the Sacramento community, from not just the business community, but from all parts of the Sacramento black community here, for all of the amazing Labor Day events. I think black folks have taken a lot of time, at least for this weekend, this year, to do a lot for this, for this holiday, and put on a lot of different community events. So I do want to give a shout out to all of the black folks who put on for this Labor Day weekend. We got a bunch of great black vendors right here on Broadway right now, probably about 30, 40 different black vendors. Yeah. That was fire right there. Right on. Perfect shot. Perfect. Right on. We got a lot of great vendors. As you can see, it's a lot of great, community out here right now. Right on. Even more stuff going on behind the scenes. So I do want to give a shout out to the folks who putting on for this Labor Day. However, to your point, we got to talk about Labor Day. I don't feel comfortable celebrating it, right now until black folks get paid for the free labor that we did, and our parents did, and our grandparents did. So until we get paid for the free labor, we're gonna call this day Free Labor Day or Unpaid Labor Day, and we're gonna use it to raise awareness about reparations.
All right, never forget. All right, man. I'm gonna throw this question out there because it's a topic that a lot of people don't want to get into, but I'm put you on the spot.
Put me on.
I'm gonna put you on.
Put me on.
So, are you familiar with the Aboriginal movement that's going on? The Aboriginal.
Not so much. I've heard. I mean, I'm familiar with the term Aboriginal, but I'm not familiar with if there's a movement going on. I'm not familiar now.
Okay, so there are some individuals that I'm gonna not name because it's not important.
Right on.
But there is something going on saying that, and I'm not saying that there weren't black people here prior to the colonization of the Europeans coming to this land, but there's a lot of information floating around that black people who descend from Africa, right, who got enslaved over here, that a lot of us were over here, and that the transatlantic slavery didn't actually happen, one, and two, that the majority of us were here prior to, and we didn't actually get captured over in Africa and taken to lands like over there. And this, to be honest with you, man, this is kind of a new phenomenon that
newish, yeah.
That I've been kind of like.
I heard some similar stuff to this, and we hear some, like, I'm saying, I'm familiar with the general idea. Yeah.
So I mean, I haven't done my research. I've to be honest with you, because this is new to me,
right on.
It's brand new. So, I mean, what do you have to say about when people say, okay, we didn't actually get kidnapped from Africa, and then, like, even more so, like, the slave, trade never happened here in America?
So that it's hard for me to buy any of that kind of stuff, like, and buy into any of that kind of stuff unless there's some real good, like, evidence, because all of the evidence, I mean, it's almost unbelievable to think and say that the transatlantic slave trade didn't happen, and everything that your moms and your grandmother told you happened to them and their family didn't happen, and everything that you read about your great grandparents, and everything that you heard from your own family didn't happen. So one, you have to believe like that, like the things that you've heard and know about your own family didn't happen. If you are like me and like you are someone who descend from people who overcame chattel slavery and Jim Crow and American apartheid in this country. So people can have different understandings of what happened. To me, it is not really relevant to anything that I'm doing, because the work that I'm doing is for reparations for black people. It's actually real work, right? It's actually it's not so much let's see whose idea is, whose history is correct, more as it is, let's actually fight for what black people need and want. So anything that distracts me from that, or anything that is going to distract black people from that or weaken that fight, is not something that I'm going to be, participating in. Obviously, people have the right to say what they want and think what they want. Obviously, people can have different understandings about the information. I don't have no problem with people expressing their own ideas or having their own thinking about it. I don't have no problem with that. I welcome different ideas, but for black people that I'm doing, in the real world, like right now, we out here talking to real black people, as you can see behind us right there. Yeah, I mean, we got real black people, right, coming in and out of this event. You know what I mean? We got, we out here in our black community actually, building and building with black folks. We doing black business at the same time, right? So that's more where I'm focused. And if there's anybody, I'll say this because I don't want to, like I said, I appreciate everybody's understanding. There's room for everybody's understanding. So I'm not trying to say I don't want to hear or see anybody's different thinking. Only thing I will say is, if anything that is going out there is making black people want to fight less for reparations or less think that they have a claim for reparations, right? And if you telling black folks that what the government already said they did to you and what your family already said happened to them didn't happen, and so therefore, why would you be fighting for reparations, right? Because reparations for what? So if that's what folks are saying, or if folks are trying to make people not want to fight for reparations, then I got a problem with that. I'm going to fight your ideas the best way I can, right? But all ideas are welcome in the space, right?
Well, which leads me to my second question. I mean, when you talk about fighting for reparations,
yeah,
and having specificity in by claiming
they just took themselves out of the claim. Yeah. Right. Why would you take yourself out of the claim for reparations? Yeah, I mean, it sounds like I don't have a full understanding of the subject, so let me not go too far. You know what I'm saying? Because I do want to say that I have ignorance around the subject. But if my understanding is correct from what you're saying and from what I know, if you're saying your family was never enslaved in this country and never went through Jim Crow apartheid in this country, then you technically are taking yourself out of the claim for reparations for black folks who were enslaved in this country, who did go through the American apartheid, Jim Crow, Jane Crow, right? So I don't know of a lot of black people who want to take themselves out of the reparations claim, outside of maybe one or two people running for governor right now, okay, of California. But other than that, okay, all right.
Nameless.
Right. I'm sorry, miss, can I give you one flyer? I'm sorry to run up on you like this. Right on. Have a great day. Enjoy the show. Right on. She's like, oh no. Oh, careful. Okay. So that's my answer, man. I don't understand why you would take yourself out of the claim, but it does, people, like I said, people can have their own ideas. Let's see when it's real. Let's see if you really take yourself out of the claim. So let's say when we're successful here in the state of California with the California Reparations Task Force, when we're successful in creating a model reparations plan that the state can actually do and that the federal government can use, which has in it direct compensation and land grants and business grants and no taxes and free state school and free school, any school you want to go to California free, and free health care and all kind of other stuff, right? Like, will you then say you're not a part of the claim, right? Then will you say you weren't a part of what happened to us? That's I will take the claim more seriously when that happens.
Okay, and just one more, and then.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem.
So
that's why we're here.
Kind of like keep on that theme, just to remind the people. So currently, I know the task force is still working out who qualifies or who will qualify for reparations in terms of descendants of.
Haven't started that conversation yet at all, actually. That conversation, no. That conversation doesn't start probably until, at least from what we're talking about now, until sometime next year, early next year, like March or April.
Okay, so, but if we base it on, some of the things that have been proposed so far, what are some of the criteria so far that would meet the criteria to receive reparations?
Yeah. So let me answer the question from the federal level, like from the national level, and then say one word about what it could look like at the state level. So for the national level, there's 2 criteria that I use and that folks that I work with use, and the criteria are not stuff that I created. They are stuff that people who have been working and thinking about this for a long time have. Folks like Dr. William Darity Jr. Out of MIT and Duke University, A. Kirsten Mullen, many others, right? So these are their ideas. So there's two things that you have to use to qualify in our thinking. One, you have to be someone who has an ancestor who was enslaved in this country by this country. So if you are somebody who, as you know, and as I know, as black folks, right, we know what our grandmothers and mothers and fathers and grandfathers told us, right, about where they come from in the South and about how it was for them, right? If you somebody who has that history, if you somebody whose ancestors were enslaved in this country, that's the first criteria. You have to have somebody who was enslaved in this country as by this country to qualify. The second criteria, and this is an and, not an or, it's and. So you also have to satisfy this one too. So you have to be someone who self-identifies as black, African American, or Negro, or some people use freedman, right? Like you have to be somebody who self-identifies as that on some type of government documentation for at least 10 years, for at least 10 years before the reparations plan actually starts. So somebody, you have a driver's license or state ID, or maybe even your birth certificate, something that says that you are self-identifying as black or African American, and you have somebody who was enslaved in this country. You are, in our thinking, eligible for reparations at the national level. At the state level, here in California, what I'd say is we take those 2 same criteria, right, and just put it on the state level and just say, but you also have to be somebody who is a California resident. Right.
All right, that makes sense. And I just wanted some clarification, clarity, because based on that, and if you claim yourself to be of the First Nations people, right, Native American ancestry, I'm just going to throw this out there. Could somebody claim, if they claim Native American ancestry and black ancestry as well, would they be able to receive, reparations?
So
based on that kind of criteria?
Ask the question again, because I was a little bit distracted.
Yeah, no.
Sorry about that.
Okay. It's all good. So if somebody, I guess could somebody claim Native American ancestry and black ancestry, Negro, black, African American, could they claim that? And then if so, and just in your opinion, this is all opinion.
Yeah. I am not the California Reparations Task Force.
We are.
Hey, we regular black folks. All right.
Just regular, but
Good question.
Could somebody, make that claim and
yes. So in our criteria, this would be specific for a specific person, but it sounds like no. So the person would have to have somebody whose ancestor was enslaved in this country. So somebody in your family has to have been someone who was enslaved in this country. Okay, so that person will have to satisfy that. Now we do know there were so the history, and I'm not as knowledgeable about this either, but the history from what I do know, the history of the First Nation Native peoples and slavery of us is more complicated than we talk about, right? Because we do know that there were folks of the First Nation peoples who were enslaving our own people also, right? And we know there was intermixing of the peoples too, right? So just to make it really simple, as long as these are 2 questions this person has to answer right now. Do you have one person who in your ancestry who you can demonstrate that was enslaved in this country first? Do you identify and have you been identifying as black, African American, or Negro for at least the last 10 years? Okay. As long as they can answer those 2 questions, yes and yes, then they are eligible, at least in the national sense, from the way that we're thinking about it. That's right now. If there's some information that comes, and we have to update that, then we always want to be open for improvement. But right now, we think that's a really, really good, way to go about it. So that person, at least for that specific example, again, without knowing all the specifics, it sounds like no, that person would not, because they don't sound like somebody who claims and self-identifies as Black or African American, and they may not have someone who was enslaved in this country in their ancestry.
Okay. All right. Thanks for that.
Yeah, man.
I always appreciate you, bro.
Right on. Yeah.
And maybe we can bring that up to the task force to see what kind of recommendations they might want to have in terms of if any of this type of queries.
Yeah. Now these are gonna be really small like populations, right? Like these are gonna be like tiny percentages. Like like this may be like of all the people who these are very small. Like this may be like not even 1% of the people who might even be like may even fit into this sort of you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's such a small, it's like the, it's not. I'm not saying it's not important, but it's it's very it's of smaller importance. So yeah, right on.
All right, fam. So anything else you want to say to the people?
Yo, first of all, big shout out to ETM Media. All right, make sure you check out etmmediagroup.com. etmmediagroup.com, making sure I got that right. Also, like I said, big shout out to CJEC, CJECofficial.org, ARCC, American Redress Coalition of California, American Redress Coalition at Gmail. Plus, we on Twitter, we on Instagram, we on Facebook. Same thing goes for CJEC, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, ETM, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. So one big shout out to all of the. Also a big shout out to Sac Black Biz, a sponsor. What do they call it? I forgot, but it's a big sponsor of today's activities, as you can see on the flyer there. Voila, voila. Sac Black Biz, Sacramento's most awesomest, Sacramento's biggest, best, and most awesomest place to find Sacramento's Black-owned businesses and entrepreneurs. So I want to give a shout out to everybody and all of the groups and organizations that's been a part of today's work. Also, shameless plug, I got a new podcast that's starting right now, Reparations Report. Check it out on Spotify. It's coming to Apple as well. Right now it's on Spotify, it's on Anchor. We also put up a YouTube channel too. We got a couple episodes up there on YouTube right now, just some pilots up there right now. So check it out on YouTube. We got a Twitter page up, Instagram page up also. So it's at Reparations Report. We bring you reparations news and info that Black people should know. Check it out. And what else? We got
you can't forget the show, bro.
Oh, pardon me. Yo, community call-in Tuesday 9 p.m. every Tuesday 9 p.m. community call-in with the awesomest Moya, the best Kim, the bestest CO, and I may make a guest appearance here, there, somewhere, but make sure you check out ETM. ETM's community call-in is on YouTube every Tuesday 9 p.m. So it's on YouTube, like I said. Check it out. Pull up, call in. Let your own voice be heard. Let us know what's on your mind when it comes to all of the issues. We got the In the News segment. We got a fire topic. We bring on a fire guest. Also want to shout out to the Watch and Sip series, hosted by Kim Mims. Also, that's going on ETM Media's YouTube channel as well. So check out ETM Media Group on YouTube today. Yeah, that's it, man. What's up? Oh yeah, pardon me. Big shout out, TPG, the political GOAT. Big shout out. Check us out Sunday 10 a.m. We're not doing this Sunday because we out here in the actual community today, but Sundays 10 a.m. we bring you that good political game, right? That good political game. So check us out on ETM Media. On TPG. See what I'm saying? TPM. TPG. TPG on YouTube, The Political GOAT. And yeah, man, we got a lot going on. Trust me, stay tuned, but there's more coming too. I got some more things coming. We all got some more things coming. Big shout out to, like I said, you Moya for pulling up out here today. We out here, like I said, Sacramento. Big shout out to Kim, the whole ETM family, the whole Oakland family. Yo, we're going to be in Oakland, by the way. Matter of fact, Oakland, California, September 25th, Saturday, September 25th, Oakland, California, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the 81st Avenue Library. I believe it's 1021 81st Avenue, 94 something, something, something. So check it out. All right, check us out. Come through, yo. All right, we out there talking about the California Reparations Task Force. We're doing a community meeting / Q&A / listening session / pull up and just talk to us about reparations. So, yeah.
Hold on, Mike Brown. For snacks and nothing more. Trayvon Martin. Well, I'll jog, so I make it quick.
All right, so
yes, sir.
It's your boy Chris with ETM Media Group, ARCC, and CJEC. We out here at the Broadway International Festival, Sacramento, California. What's up, bro? My bro out here.
How you doing there, brother?
Yo.
Good to meet you, man.
Likewise.
In Washington,
right
they
on.
call me Yaya.
Right on.
Bishop, how you doing there, everybody?
Right on. So let me ask you real quick,
yes,
a couple quick questions. So before I ask you, let me say that California has a reparations task force that just started, right? And the task force had its first meeting in June, has another meeting in September. So I got two. Right on.
For something good.
Right on. So I got two questions for you quickly. One, did you know that there was a California reparations task force before today? So first question, did you know that there was a California reparations task force before today?
No. But I knew it was all in favor with young people as well as elders and adults, everyone sticking together and, you know, cultivating around our children, around our families, and vibing as a culture.
Right on.
So, you know, we all move for the same ideal in favor of the, you know, the one another. What is the Me Too?
Right.
And, you know, building and molding. So we want to thank a whole lot of opportunities that have been expressing their event out here today over here off of Broadway in Sacramento.
Right on. Yep.
95877.
Yep.
We having a good time out here. Again, we want to thank the Southgate Recreation up on this side, Southgate Park. They're doing it live. We give you thumbs up.
Yeah.
Bless you.
And also big shout out to Queen Sheba too, because Queen Sheba Restaurant Black owned over there, also a big part of this. Last question, real quick. Do you feel like black folks should get reparations?
What do you describe as reparations when you think about it? I look at it.
What do you think when you hear the word reparations?
I think of ability. And absolutely, if you use your strength and you use your integrity and you use your sense of humor, like devices and learning, knowledge.
Right on.
Migrate with good people who got good understanding. It'd be more higher than we all could think, and we could smile about it. So, you know, when I think about reparation, I sums it up as an absolute, what would they call it? A super progress. Right on.
Bro, appreciate you. It's just want to say before you go, because you asked me.
Nice meeting you
right
too,
on, likewise, brother.
What's your name there?
Chris. Pleasure.
If you had the opportunity to ask the same question, would you detail and explain to me?
I got you.
In the topic.
I got you. So, so you asked me, what do I mean by reparations? So when I'm talking about reparations, I'm talking about compensation, you know, for the work that our parents and grandparents and families did and was not paid for through slavery and through Jim Crow and through all the things that they went through, right? And so I'm talking about compensation for us who's alive for the work that they did, and that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about reparations. And California just started a task force, a group of people, just to study the idea of, hey, do we need to compensate black folks in California for all of the years that their grandparents and great grandparents worked and didn't get paid for, all of the years that their grandparents worked and families worked and were mistreated, right? There's a group of people right now who are looking at that right now in California and trying to figure out how much should be the compensation, who should be eligible, right? And so we are just letting black folks know about that.
Is out past all day on these brochures here.
Right on, bro.
Give me one of these great ones. Can I receive one of those,
bro,
man?
I'm giving you.
What state are you from, man?
So I'm originally from New York. Yeah, so I'm originally from New York. You know what I'm saying? But we out here, in California, just trying to do good things for black folks. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that is some great knowledge, man. I'm gonna step
Appreciate
back.
you, man.
And you got your number and your online
Right there.
where I could get in contact with you, CJCofficial.org.
Perfect.
Let's reach out to him and continue to show him love
Yo.
out here in Sacramento. It's a generation thing, man. We love it. The character,
I
man.
thank you for your time, man. I know we just caught you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But I appreciate your time and all that,
Come
man.
on and get a second one on the here and after.
Right.
Or the latter and now.
Right.
You know, to a degree, we're gonna be here.
Right on, bro.
With the same understanding.
Love, bro.
You,
Yo, bro.
All top, brother.
Family.
Yes, sir.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Testing. 1 1 1.
I think you know the intro.
Yo.
You want to do like the intro and then we go and start going on some questions.
So peace. What's up? Hope all is good. What is going on? Happy Sunday. Happy Labor Day weekend to you. Yes.